Okay, so this is the review for Flashback Friday 21. And the first thing we're going to review is some questions about pairs of angles. So it says, which pair of angles are both adjacent, that means they share a side, and supplementary, that means they form a straight line. Well, here's the straight line right here. So this is definitely supplementary, and they are definitely adjacent because they share that side. So D would be your answer. Remember, supplementary straight line equals 180. Adjacent, you share a side. All right, let's look at the next one. It says, what is the measure of angle number 1? So we are looking for the measure of that angle right there. The best thing to do, in my opinion, is to look at the relationship between the number they give you and what you're looking at. They're not next to each other. They don't form a corner, but they are across from each other. So if they are across from each other, that means they are vertical. So that means angle 1 is 135 degrees because vertical angles are always congruent. That means they're the same size, but they are never adjacent because they're across from each other and don't share a side. All right, this one says which is congruent. Congruent means equal, same size, same shape. And let's get our highlighter out. And it's saying which angle is congruent to angle number 1. So we have to decide what's going to be the same, exactly the same as angle number 1. Well, the pair that we know that are congruent are called vertical angles. So if we draw vertical angles there, it's pretty easy to see that angle number 1 is across from angle number 4. So that means that angle 1 is congruent to angle number 4. They are vertical angles, but they are not adjacent because they are across from each other. All right. This says, which term best describes the relationship between angle ABE and angle DBE? Well, you want to use the tools on your test so you can mark these angles. So A, B, E, and D to B to E. If you look, they form a straight line, which means they are supplementary angles, okay? So be careful here. Complementary angles form a corner. They are 90 degrees, okay? Complementary angles form a corner. They are 90 degrees. Corresponding angles we have not even learned about, so don't pick an answer that we haven't even learned about. Okay, and vertical angles are across from each other and they are congruent. They are the same. So this angle and this angle are the same. This angle up here and this one down here are the same. Supplementary angles form a straight line and they equal 180 degrees. Okay. All right, let's see if we have another question here. Yes, it says if A is a complement. As soon as I see that word complement, I'm going to come over here to my calculator and put in 90 because I know complementary angles are 90 degrees. And it says if angle A is complementary or a complement to angle B and the measure of angle A is 54, what's the measure of angle B? Well, if they are complements, I know they equal 90. And if I know one is 54, that means the other angle must be 36 degrees. And if I wanted to check to make sure I was right, I could add them. 54 plus 36 gives me 90, so I know I'm correct. This one says lines G and H intersect, so the measure of angle 1 is 112. If angle 2 is a supplement. So if they say supplement, I know that means supplementary. And I know supplementary is a straight line, which is 180 degrees. And they said if angle 2 is a supplement to angle 1, what's the measure of angle 2? Well, angle 1 is 112. So I'm going to subtract that from 180 degrees. That means that the measure of angle 2 is 68 degrees. But I'm going to make sure by checking it. So I'm going to add 112 plus 68, and I get 180, so I know that I'm right. Okay, we're going to stop there, and then I will go on to another subject on another video. Good luck.